My mom spent 17 years telling me I was the reason our family fell apart. Last week, I found a letter that proved she'd been lying about everything, including who I actually am. I'm going to try to get through this without falling apart because I've been crying for 4 days straight, and I think I'm finally numb enough to type it out. Growing up, I was the problem child. That was just my identity. My younger sister, Kara, was perfect. Good grades, sweet, never caused trouble. And I was the one who got screamed at, grounded, blamed. Every fight my parents had somehow looped back to me. When I was 9, my dad left. My mom sat me down and said, point blank, he couldn't handle you. I believed her for 17 years. Last month, my mom had to move into assisted living. She asked me, not Kara, Mia, to clean out her house. I still don't know if that was an accident or the most deliberate thing she ever did. Spent 3 days going through 30 years of her life. Old dishes, furniture, boxes of Christmas decorations, normal stuff. Sad but normal. Then I found a shoebox on the top shelf of her bedroom closet. Taped shut, pushed all the way to the back. Inside was a stack of letters, maybe 40 of them, all from the same address, all addressed to me. My name, my childhood address. Opened and refolded, which meant she'd read every single one. The postmark on the oldest one was dated 3 weeks after my dad left. He hadn't abandoned us. He'd been writing to me my entire childhood. She'd hidden every single letter. Sat on her closet floor and read all 40 letters in order. The first ones were desperate. He was begging her to let him see me, saying he'd get a lawyer, saying he'd do whatever she wanted. Just please don't keep him from his daughter. The middle ones were softer, updates about his life. A new job, a house with a yard. I planted a garden and I thought about how you used to love sunflowers. He remembered things about me that I'd forgotten about myself. The last letter was dated 4 years ago. It just said, I don't know if you ever read these. I hope someday you know I never stopped. And then I got to the bottom of the shoebox. There was one more envelope. This one wasn't a letter. It was a document. And it had both my parents' names on it. It was a court order. My dad had fought for custody. For years, apparently. And he'd won. Partial custody every other weekend. Starting when I was 10 years old. She'd never told me. Never told him she'd moved. Just disappeared me from his life and spent the next decade making sure. I believed I was the reason he left. I wasn't the problem child. I was the child she was punishing him with. I found him 3 days ago. He's 64, he lives 2 states away. He has a garden with sunflowers. When I called him, I didn't say anything at first, and he said hello, twice, and then I just said, it's me. I got your letters. He didn't say anything for a long time, and then he just started crying. We talked for 6 hours, and somewhere in the middle of all of it, for the first time in my entire life, I stopped feeling like the problem.